Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So DAIMON has come out today and he is in the top Primal Lord teams, even working at one copy. The interesting thing is for AFK stages, there's a really good formation here, and Zebo also shared it in a video he uploaded yesterday. And even today on global server, there are people who have told me that they've used this sort of lineup and they've managed to push 20-30 AFK stages. We're going to show it in action, but basically this is the team comp. Iron Almas is going to crowd control the enemies, Bonnie is going to debuff and deal damage, Shamira is going to be dealing her damage, and you have DAIMON here to support the Shamira by giving her an attack buff so that her ultimate hits even harder. And DAIMON's damage of his own is also really good in AoE cleave damage, which is going to line up on all the enemies grouped up together by Iron and Almas. And Elderbow spell is pretty much the best artifact to be running with this team. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. We'll just go on auto battle and see how many stages we're able to clear. But the crazy thing is, DAIMON is actually, for a while now, one of the rated recruitment heroes which is totally viable at one copy. We thought he would be because he comes with his 25% attack buff even with that one copy, but I was a little bit worried that maybe there would be survival issues unless you upgraded him, but it doesn't seem like that's that big of a deal. And I definitely think maybe even in the Thalassa Dreamon boss where he is in the best team comp, I think you could probably make use of him at one copy. And of course, if a hero works at one copy, that means any level of ascension will work for them. Okay, let's see what happens here. My Iron went down, but we did crowd control them long enough to get off the Shamir ultimate, which is basically your win condition. Did we win? Okay guys, for this stage I had to go for like one of the more standard crowd control team lineups because there's an enemy at the end who I think he blows up on his death. And yeah, like right there, he almost kills your entire team. And so like this is a really unique sort of AFK stage. Generally, they're not going to be like this. And then you can just run the Shamira comp. So I just wanted to run it with another team, and then we'll go back to our Shamira team. So yeah, this is interesting because it is a one copy DAIMON which is working potentially for this team, and in other areas, even in Primal Lord today, the top team is working at one copy of DAIMON. Of course, if you invest into him, it will be better, but that means that like even if you can't get him all the way to Supreme Plus, even if you have limited resources, you can still take advantage of him, and everyone can basically enjoy using DAIMON on their team, which I think is a really cool feature. Like, you know, the only other hero which really comes to mind as a rated recruitment hero was quite a long time ago, which was basically Mikola, who can basically work at one copy because she can give the attack buff from the Honor Arena to your team. And she can do decently well. Even Sonya to an extent can work at one copy. But like, look at this. So now we're just breezing through the stages. We just encountered like one sort of roadblock early on. And yeah, I am a bit over leveled. So like, don't think like this is a great like maybe high deficit pushing team. But it is an overall pretty consistent auto farming team. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill this Crying Eye because Crying Eye is really strong. Yeah, Crying Eye is really difficult. So like, you're just going to encounter some of these roadblocks. So let's just do a couple of these runs on the talent trials to show you what it's capable of doing. But yeah, overall, DAIMON is just a fun hero to use. Now, as for people who want to think about using him in PvP, what my recommendation is and what my plan is, at least as of right now, I'm going to try to be patient, and I'm going to wait until the end of DAIMON's banner before I commit to Paragon upgrading him or not. I think that is probably the best strategy, even if you're thinking about Paragon upgrading him. Because, you know, we're going to have another rated recruitment hero following DAIMON. We don't know which one it is, but we know Valera has been announced, and she has some massive debuffs. So I'm thinking I want to wait as long as possible to get more information about upcoming PvP potential heroes. And also, I want to see people prove DAIMON's use in PvP before I go like all in and Paragon him. And I think that's a good strategy, because if we go in now and then we test him for a while and think that, oh, he's not actually quite as good as we thought he was going to be in PvP, or maybe there's an even better PvP hero that comes out later in the season, it might hurt a little bit. So yeah, you're going to see these DAIMON comps being used. Yeah, this is basically the team lineup that we're running as well. And it is overall very strong. For a lot of stages, this is going to get the job done. Basically, just support and protection for Shamira, giving her the attack buff. Basically, DAIMON is the best ally for Shamira to ramp up her damage and also protect her. It's like a combination. And for PvP, if you're thinking about comps, is basically going to be, you'll have one hyper carrier on the team that DAIMON will be buffing and shielding, and then you can even maybe back it up with another form of shielder like Kalin to make that hero basically unkillable. Like, I definitely think Crying Eye with DAIMON and Kalin is going to be very difficult to deal with. because she's basically gonna guaranteed get off at least one ultimate, and it's basically game over at that point. But Shamira is like the budget Cry Naya, she always has been, because Shamira's ultimate is almost as much of a game winner as Cry Naya's ultimate is for PvP, and a lot of people have Shamira built up. So like, basically, I don't know if the developers wanted it to be this way, but Damon is the perfect ally for Shamira, and she's his son, or he's her son. And also, you might be thinking, what about Nero, who is the father of Damon, the husband of Shamira? They actually all three work well together. The reason Nero is good with Shamira is because she can take an enemy Lily May interruption in PvP, for example, and then your Shamira will be able to freely get off her ultimate without being interrupted. There's value behind that. And people are using that, even that type of strategy in PvP right now. So, and Nero is going to be getting a Supreme Plus skill upgrade later in the season, and that could make him even more meta in PvP. So all three heroes are actually really solid heroes for PvP specifically, and Damon is good in AFK stages, as you can see. Like, look at this, we're just breezing through them now. We've hit our stride, and other players are doing the same thing. Like, honestly, this is kind of a crazy team, because I have not been able to push this many stages straight on auto for quite some time. So definitely it shows you it's a strong team. But again, don't think that, like, you know, you're gonna be able to beat every stage with this team, and even when the stages become very over leveled, you can run this team no problem. Shamir's just gonna destroy everything. It's not that easy. I am at like not an over level point, but I haven't pushed to my maximum potential of this account, right? So like, that's why these stages are looking easy. But I'm telling you, I've tried so many different comps. Nothing is as satisfying as watching this comp, and also it's a quick clear, like, because you have just Shamira bursting the enemies. You don't have to wait for like Tossie jumping around 50 times before you can clear the stage. So yeah, I mean, this is making it look like I didn't push any AFK stages at all, but honestly, I have been hard stuck at some stage breakpoints, but maybe that's because like the Dunlinger teams and things like that. So anyway, guys, this is just a video about Damon. He is a good, solid hero, and you can invest into him as much as you want. One copy, you'll get the job done, and then later on in his rate up banner, you can decide to go further down the road into him. Or you can even just take him up to Legendary Plus, up to Mythic Plus, and then get those remaining 2 or 4 copies, however many you need, from your wish list after he leaves the radar recruitment. All are viable strategies, and I think Damon is just like the perfect hero. And even for if you're a beginner player, pick up 1 copy of Damon on his rate of recruitment banner. It was definitely going to be useful for you. But don't go further than that. If you're like a newer player, or if you're really limited on resources, just get that 1 copy of Damon and then wishlist him and get him built up that way. That is totally fine as well. He doesn't need his upgrades in terms of skills. His skills are basically all of the key ones, even at his 1 copy. But of course, if you send him, you give him stats. And for PvP, of course, you would need to send him. You want to send him all the way. But like, look at this. Is it ever going to end? Like, we're just auto pushing so many stages. It's honestly crazy. What is this guy? Brutus. Okay, yeah, Brutus is tough, but we have the protection. And I even managed to complete the Graveborn Legend Trials today using Damon as well. So that he's very helpful there as well. Of course, if he's good in AFK stages, that means no doubt he's going to be phenomenal in Legend Trials when you're even limited by faction. So overall, Damon, very solid hero. For Dream Realm, though, don't get your hopes too high about him being used in every boss. Like I mentioned in my video yesterday, he's only in the current best Thalassa team. And apart from that, I find it going to be pretty difficult for him to make a spot for him in a top team for pre-Endless bosses. But I think when we get to Endless, like later on in the season, I do think he's going to see some use as well. But maybe on the more niche side. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Let me know how you guys are liking Damon, or if you've recruited for him. If you've not, what is your plan? Let me know in the comment section. If you have any other tips you'd like to share, feel free to let me know down below. But yeah, this is just, we're speeding through them so rapidly, but I have to end the video off eventually. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Didn't we already see this stage? I feel like they repeat stages every 2 or 3 stages sometimes, and it's like deja vu. You look at it and you're like, am I crazy, or did I see this before? But yeah, if you have not joined my AFK Journey Discord server, you can join that. A link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There will be a link to it in the description of this video, and also a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.